Hi, it's John. I'm looking at Everglow by Coldplay. It's a really nice song. It's really piano heavy. So we're going to look at how to approach this song to sound kind of like the record, but with a guitar. So we're going to have to use some tricks of the trade to kind of get us in there and sounding right with these voicings of chords. So the main thing we're going to be looking at is inversions and adding some melody notes too, to a simple chord sequence. So first of all, I'm going to play a really basic version of the chord sequence. So it starts off in C sharp minor with a C sharp minor 7. Then an A, then an E, then a B. So sounds nice on its own, but it's not quite the voicings that Chris Martin's using on the track itself. So what we need to do is get into actually how it sounds. So what I'm going to do first is just play a little bit of the melody round and then show you how to do it and what's going on behind it. So what we're doing is taking the melody round the chord sequence and we're incorporating it into different patterns of chords and scales around the neck where we're going to be doing these things. So the first thing I'm looking at is a C sharp minor 7 chord, which is at the 9th fret. You're going to bar all your strings, and then your 3rd finger is going to bar the 11th fret at the A string. Really simple, really cool. So the first melody note is on the D string. We're going to move this 3rd finger and we're going to hammer 9 to 11. You can keep that finger in place, the 1st finger, to hold the chord. And then you're going to put it back on the A. Then we're going to use our little finger, hit the pentatonic note on the E, and then the natural minor note on the D sharp. And then we're ready for the next chord, which would be an A. But down here in the guitar voicing, doesn't really in keep with the melody or anything like that. So what we're going to do is incorporate part of the cage system shapes. So we're going to use a D chord shape, move it all the way up to the 9th fret, and this becomes an A. And that A note as well, just to give us a bit of a sort of a like a bass left hand on a piano. So it goes like this. Then I'm hitting it off to a sus2 to incorporate that melody note. So what it is, that's the D. What we're going to do is swap that 1st finger back to the 7th fret on the E string, and then our 2nd finger, is going to come up to the G string on the 9th fret. This gives us a really nice, really cool. And then we're going to look at E major or C sharp minor pentatonic for this next bit of really nice little melody note, incorporating an E, but it's a 1st inversion. So I'm going to go 7, to 9, to slide into the 11, where we have this E chord 1st inversion. Instead of having an E as our root, we use the 3rd note in the chord, which is G sharp, which is at the 11th fret of your A string. Sounds really nice. So you got the next bit goes. Then we're going to move down to a B chord, but we're again using 1st inversions. So this is going to go up to the 6th fret on the A string, which is our E flat or D sharp note, barring the 4th fret on the next 3 strings down. So all together, that should sound like this. So that together should sound a lot more like the record and a lot more accurate, and that's what we want. We want those melody notes in there, we want the right voicings, etc. So the next bit is the 2nd half, and it's going to be C sharp minor 7. And we're going to be using our little finger to get the melody. Dead easy. So we're playing the C sharp minor 7 chord. And then we're going to hammer on the 7th fret from the 4th on the B string. Then play the E string, and then 7 and 4 again on the B. While we're doing the chord, it sounds really nice. And I go back to a C sharp minor pentatonic, but I'm using the A chord. It's A to sus2 again, like we were doing here, but I'm using it as a bit of an open string with a little lick, just to sound nice. So that there is our 9th to 11th fret on the D string, A string being played as a drone over the top of it. You can hammer on the 12th and back off if you want. Then you have an E chord down to that B first inversion again. It's a really, really simple chord sequence, but again, it sounds lovely. And using inversions, it gives us so much more sort of tonal options. It makes it sound really sort of alive and cool. If there's any topics you want covering, or specific songs or licks or ideas, please get in touch and I'll try my best to sort it out for you.